I'd like to call the June 2019 meeting to order. The second item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. We have two sets of minutes, the minutes of April 11, 2019 regular meeting and minutes of the April 25th, 2019 special meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve both sets of minutes.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Chairperson's report. Boy, did we have awesome weather for the Cherry Blossom Park dedication. Staff did an awesome job. So, and I've been by, I think 3 times between the event and tonight, and every evening that I've gone there, there's got to be at least a dozen, 15 people, you know, families, teenagers, youth, older adults, and just enjoying the park. People taking their dogs there, playing with their dog, frisbee, ball, whatever. So it's looking spectacular.
Cool.
All right, my fellow board members have any comments? All right, thank you. Reports from standing committees, so budget, finance, and audit is on the agenda.
It's on the agenda.
Thank you. Administrators report. Larry, do you have anything you'd like to highlight?
Just want to call out the CAPR, what is it? The CAPR.
CARP.
I'm sorry. I can't. Yes, you can more fast than that. We received it. Let me go backwards a little bit. As the board's aware that Capri provides every 18 months a visit to all 62 of their member agencies, and that they conduct a safety report which does 2 things. One, it examines all those items I've included in the front page of the staff report that they inspect. They inspect all our logs, our books, and then they go out and visit several of our sites within the district. And at the CARPD conference up in South Lake Tahoe a couple of weeks ago, they recognized those districts that were evaluated during the last 18 months, and they called up on stage those who had received the highest score. And so we were one of those districts, and we're really happy to be acknowledged that we're doing things the right way. Terry and Scott particularly are in charge of the binders in the office. If you walk in there anytime, you'll see them all lined up, and we add to them all the time. And before the inspections, we go through everyone, make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, so to make a long story short, we received a recognition award, a little different than the previous looking awards. I like this. And we'll go ahead and put that on the walls someplace in the office. But I wanted to share that with the board.
Awesome job. Thank you. Is that all you'd like to highlight tonight?
I think so.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Is there anything you'd like to add to your report?
Just a quick clarification. I was rereading the report. The Old El Camino stats that they send to us every month. 2 months ago, we talked about presenting those to the board just for your review. And it's like an 8-page email that we get from them. So what I did was just kind of edit it down to only those parks that actually had, the police are in all the parks. These are the ones where they actually issued citations or notices or things like that. So, which is good because there's only Brock and Freedom. So that's a good sign that it's limited to that. I just wanted to emphasize they are in all of our parks frequently throughout the week. So just a quick clarification.
All right.
So it didn't take very long for some friends to find a place to add some art at Cherry Blossom Park.
No, it did
So
not.
that was quick.
It did not. And it was, we actually, it was kind of serious. It was gang related, so we
Really?
forwarded it to the Old El Camino guys.
Yeah.
And the feedback we got was it was gangs that are localized in Southern California, so they were a tad concerned they were going to pass it on to the sheriff.
Got it.
All right. Thank you. Alan, you have any questions?
No.
All right. Mark, is there anything you'd like to highlight in your report?
There are some things I'd like to add. So we just had our first movie in the park event. It was supposed to be on May 18th, but it was rained out due to the huge rainstorm that came through. So we moved it to June 8th, and it turned out to be a phenomenal event. We probably had about 150 to 200 people out there for the movie,
Awesome.
and that's what the being rescheduled. So who knows if we had early in May, we had the original event, but Freedom Park was the perfect place for that kind of event. The National Amphitheater in the back worked perfectly. The movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was very popular. We offered free snow cones, popcorn during the movie, before the movie. It worked out great, and we look forward to doing it again. I think it's going to be one of our more popular events that we do host.
Wait a minute, free stuff? Okay, let me know.
And then just to highlight the swim team again, we won our very first meet. We beat the Sacktown Tsunamis and the Rio Vista team in a tri-meet over at the Sacktown's brand new pool. The significance of this is what we've been trying to build up to. So Sacktown has about 150 swimmers, and they've won our league probably every year in the last decade. So we actually went in there and beat them by 60 points. So it goes to show the strength of our team now and the coaching, when we're going to be the rest of the season. So good job by the coaching.
Yes, they're doing an awesome job.
In their own pool too.
It was the first meet.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. So that's
All
it.
right.
Yeah, the picture brings back lots of memories for me.
Oh yeah, that was my dress.
All right. Alan, you have any questions?
No, I'm waiting
Mark?
for Terry.
Okay, Terry.
I have nothing.
You have nothing. All right. Okay, thank you. Do we have any comments and reports from citizens and organizations on items not on the agenda? All right, thank you. Okay, item 10, new business A, resolution 571, authorizing the levy of special taxes within Community Facilities District number 2016-01, Alberta Park for fiscal year 1920. Board action to approve resolution 571. So, Larry, do you have anything to?
This is just I would say this, like I said, it's an annual event, but it's annual because it's the second time we've got to do it. And it's a requirement of having the CFD, and you're going to likely see this every year going forward.
So I guess I have one question. So for some reason I thought that the annual amount was going to be fixed for the life, but we can change it every year.
We have the ability to change. Let's say for some reason that several years down the road, we realize that maybe we're collecting more than we can
Right,
use.
right.
You can actually, by way of a vote, roll that back.
Gotcha, okay. All right, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 571.
I'll second that motion.
A motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Item 10B, resolution 572, approval of the 1920 fiscal year preliminary budget. So, Alan, since you were on the committee.
Actually, Pat and I met with the whole staff, basically, and we obviously got the budget as we looked at it. I came in with some questions. Larry had given us, is it the same one?
It's a little modified.
I was gonna say, it's a little bit smaller, yeah. So Larry provided us with a 2-page thing, and he answered all but one of my questions from his little sheet, and the other one was pretty minor questions. So the meeting went very well. I think we were done in just under an hour. So with that being said, I'm gonna make a motion to approve resolution 572. And if anybody has any specific questions, either I can answer them or staff.
Okay,
I'll
Larry.
second the motion.
Okay, motion and second. Larry, did you want to add anything?
Just if you have any comments about any of the items I put on there, one, I just wanted to point out that we're happy to announce that we're able to add a new full-time position this year, and that would be in the maintenance division. And we believe that we have someone in-house that we would like to consider for the position, who's been here for about 3 years. And we look forward to speaking with him down the road, and hopefully we'll be able to fill that position after July. Also, just that it does include a 3% cost of living increase for staff. And you notice that as some of the programs costs go up, mostly due to the minimum wage increase, and you're seeing that every year, and you're going to see it for at least a few more years, maybe longer, that we slightly adjust our costs for our programs to offset that as well. I just want to point that out in case you saw that difference. But I think everything else is self-explanatory. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay, motion second, is there any further
Yeah,
discussion?
actually, did we discuss that you're gonna be kind of looking at the minimum wage thing and trying to plan long-term, or was I dreaming this? Maybe I was.
I don't remember that exactly, except that I think there is something we have to look at it long-term,
Right.
because this was a 5-year plan. What is it, Mark, the second or third year?
There's only 2 more years after this.
So this is the third year.
Third year.
But they're already talking about
Again.
rolling over, doing it. This is gonna be a continuation
Right.
to the point where people have to start, districts like our cities and other businesses have to start looking at how do we get a little bit more creative?
Right.
Because at some point in time, it's, you know, we can't pay part-time people $25 an hour, $20 an hour. We may be required to do it, but then we're gonna have to get creative in how we do that.
Right. And I'm just gonna make one other quick comment. County employees are getting 2.4%, just to clarify something.
Yeah, I'm getting this.
If you have some in county you'd like me to speak with, I'd be happy to do so.
I
Make
share,
it worse. so.
I share the CPI rate with them since I received it, so, no, but, staff's doing an awesome job, so.
They are.
You know, and 3% was very reasonable, especially, since there were several years, a few years ago, during the Great Recession, staff did not receive any step increases or any COLA, so I feel it's very reasonable, so we have a motion and second.
I'm
Or-
gonna amend the motion.
Okay, sure.
I just, usually we include the total dollar amount.
Okay, sure.
Just to include $2,241,127.
Okay, we have
Yeah, also-
a motion and second on the amendment. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Can I just add one quick thing to
Sure.
to share with the board? You remember last year, we took a different approach with the swim team. And we did 2 things. One, we became more of a partner with them in the sense of looking to buy equipment that they could use during their swim season, and when they weren't using it, it's available for the district to use, you know, as they needed. But we also looked at rolling back, which you voted on, and we did. We rolled back the fees considerably. And our hope was that we would attract enough new swimmers that it would offset that rolling back. And in my conversations with Mark, we have certainly done that. The new swimmers added to the roster have offset those costs. And so we're basically where we're at today, where we're at last year, but we have more swimmers on the team. So sometimes those things actually do work out. And also I wanted to point out that just at the end of May, we had already reached the district's revenue goal. So we're in a bonus period right now for the month of June. So we certainly have, I think we were at 105, 107% carry, something like that.
I think it was just 100%.
100%, but we still, well, I don't know, if we projected out based on what we brought in last year, if we do the same, then we're going to, it's just gonna add to the carryover at the end of the year, because it's better than being short.
Definitely. Thank you. Okay, item 10C, resolution 573, approval of the 1920 fiscal year Cherry Blossom Park facility district number 2016-01 preliminary budget. So Alan, did you have any
No,
highlights that you'd like
again,
to?
Larry provided in your packet a quick little, overview of highlights, this is pretty standard. The CFP doesn't have a ton. I think we figured half a position at this point.
Yeah, half of the new
Yeah.
position, we're splitting it between Cherry Blossom Park and the general fund.
Right. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve resolution 573 in the amount of $107,968.
I'll second that motion.
I have a motion and a second. Larry, is there anything you want to add? before we go to vote?
Just pretty much what's here right now, that when we project the number of permits, 187, we had to do that, and it had to be effective by the end of April, so it does not take in any consideration of any permits that are pulled from May 1 to June 30th.
Okay.
We get credit for those,
Right.
but we can't build those into the budget. And when we spoke with Silverado Homes, they said they were averaging 6 to 7 permits a month. So it's possible that by the time July rolls around, that will be down, the remaining 38 permits, the number will be down, and hopefully, within maybe 6 to 9 months after that, all of the we build out there will be completed. But as you can see that the special taxes went up. Originally, I think they were in the $400 and, I can't get $50 range. Now they're $518. That's actually 3 different increases, because when you originally approved it, before they ever broke ground, it still changes every year, even while they're doing construction. So that's just not one leap from like 450 to 518. That's actually 3 increases during a period of time. So we have a significant amount of revenue coming in, more than enough to do the work that we need to do out there. And as you know, part of the CFP budget was intended to put money away to, 10, 12 years from now, be able to replace the playground equipment and other equipment on site. So that way it does not have to come out of any new special taxes or any other type of fund or grant. We should have the funds banked away to replace the equipment. And we simply have a good start to do that.
Thank you. So we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 11, payment of bills. We have a billing report for both April 2019 and for May 2019. So do we have any questions of staff on either one of the reports? Hi, Alan.
So, I think this is more of a question for Mark than Terry. So the bills paid in April, swim coach shirts for $325. Don't tell me that was like 2 shirts on you.
No, those are the lifeguard shirts.
Oh, okay. I was
Those are
gonna say,
lifeguards.
how many swim coaches? I mean,
We do have some right now. Those are all the lifeguard shirts.
Okay, so those, okay, that's fine. That makes a little bit
It's
more
like
sense.
a bunch, like 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have multiple shirts because they're out there in the sun.
Yeah.
They sweat. Yeah.
When Terry puts swim coach shirts, I'm going, we can't have more than 3 or 4 coaches, and what are we buying? So,
Gucci shirts.
Yeah, I guess so.
Super duper tech air conditioning ones. Yeah.
They're really great shirts.
I had one other question, I can't find it right now. So, Terry, question on the May 2019 bills paid. So did it shift over because it says the vendor is Waxy, but then it also says Food Max?
Vendor is what?
Right. Waxy, but then it also, under explanation, it says Food Max.
Is there a big,
I'm sorry. I assumed you had
no,
one somewhere there. About halfway down the page. And I just don't know if that's all supposed to be, if it's supposed to be the vendor's Food Max, because it also says Marie's Donuts.
Let's go through.
no, that's just a,
Yeah, I think what happens there is, So it's 2332.
That's a wraparound.
US Bank,
It's
yeah.
US Bank, it's a wraparound, so it moves up a line and doesn't stay there.
Moves up a line?
Yeah, that's
It
what
does,
it
it's really weird.
Yeah.
When it
So
wraps
but
around,
actually,
it
it's
goes
just
up.
line
Yes,
above.
or cell
Okay, so
set
that
up
one,
in
Food
itself.
Nice, Mary's Donuts is 3188.
The chair will show you how to fix that, so I won't do it.
It is fine, I figured it out on my own, Alan.
See, I told you she
I
knew
got
how to
your
do
back,
it.
Terry.
All right, Zach, it's your turn.
Spring Fling was awesome. It's right there.
So that
Well,
was-
well worth it.
That is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was only able to make a quick appearance at that, and it's like I was there within like 15, 20 minutes of the event, and it's packed.
Yeah.
You can't even get a parking space out there, so
It's popular.
it is. It's an awesome event, and you know, it's awesome that the public comes because there are a lot of competing events at the same time, and they decide to stay home and come to our event, and they always have a fabulous time. So thank you for putting on such a great event year after year. And I still can't, I can't believe how long the line is for that train. I've never ridden it yet.
It's a good ride.
Oh,
Yeah, you
well, of
gotta
course.
really duck your head, but
You know, trains are cool no matter what. You know, the child in you has to go on the train.
That's true.
That's my view of the world. Even if it's out in the playground and it's a little train, go on it. Alan, you don't understand.
No, I don't. I was
Yeah,
gonna
wait
ask
till
that.
that's his dream job. And I don't think this
Wait
must be a
until he
training
has
job.
grandchildren and you'll understand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like going on the swing
So-
and a merry-go-round and making everybody fly off that thing. I think that's the best.
I have another comment here, so apparently Cindy can show you how to fix that, because she went to Excel training, right?
Oh.
Not yet, she's
Not
going
yet.
in
Okay, she comes back.
There you go.
July 8th. She's attending the course.
All right.
I
Oh.
will make a motion to ratify payment of the bills for April and May 2019.
Or is it May and June? It's the
It's the
April.
For the bills paid in April and May.
Sounds good. So you got a motion?
Yeah.
Motion and a second?
I'll go ahead and second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye, motion passes. The next meeting of the Board of Directors for the North Highlands Recreation Park District will be July 11, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. in the North Highlands Recreation Center, 6040 Watt Avenue, North Highlands. This meeting is adjourned.